All right, let's try that again. Okay. Well, hello. Joe Cavallero here. I'm sitting in my LDS, my church building, my Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The Mormon Church, some people call it, although it's not correctly called that. It's really called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Right here, I'm sitting in front of our organ. This is the Allen Protege, part of the Allen Protege series, the Allen AP-16 model. I haven't really seen these models throughout some of the LDS buildings I've been through in my state and some in surrounding states. To me, I haven't seen buildings with this particular model. There's a couple with them around that I'm aware of, but not that I've been in tune exactly. Usually you see either the LD34B, which is a custom design for this church, for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And then you also see the Protege series, but you usually see either the AP-22 or the AP-26. When I was, about a month ago, I was in a building in New Haven, Connecticut, and that one had the AP-22, but the other buildings I've been into, one of them has a Johannes D47, and then the other one has the ADC 220. Before we get into the specs of the before I start the tutorial on how this particular organ works, to those who may be interested in, I'll do a quick song. I'll do a quick song of How Firm a Foundation, which is obviously, as you guys know, my favorite song of all time, because I'm playing it. My favorite hymn of all time, I should say, because I'm always playing that one. I don't want it to be too loud, though. Should be good. Okay, that's kind of just well, that's the one I play most commonly here, or on any, LDS organ that I have the chance to play on. As you can see, we got two mule keyboards, the great and the swell, then, and then a pedal. Yeah, you can't, maybe not. Over here, this is the expression pedals, which controls the volume of the organ. So for example, right now it's on the let's turn that down. And this would be the one closest to my left foot would be C, closest for the loudest one for the great. As you can see during the last verse of How Firm a Foundation, I put on the French trumpet and the chrome horn, I think that's how you pronounce it. But usually, like, I usually turn it off that one. I don't usually mess around with the general because I'm not really sure exactly what that does, so let's just leave that alone for now. This is how I have it set for now. Sometimes I mess around with my own settings. Usually I have a picture of how I have it set up, but that's why I set it up prior to filming this video because I knew I was going to do How Firm a Foundation prior to that. You have the swell usually. I don't mess around with the swell too much as of yet because I completely forgot to set it on a couple that I keep it on. Usually, what I usually keep it on for the swell, or what I keep it on for my grade, for any of you guys who have the AP-16 who may be watching this, I usually keep on violin 16, harmonic for the great, and that's to the grade, harmonic violin 16, harmonic flute number 8, flute celeste number 2, flute celeste 2 number 8, octave number 4, 15th number 2, mixture, which is I'm not sure what number that's, mixture number 4, I think that's supposed to be, tremulant, and then the great to swell, which the great to swell, usually that, yeah, see how it sounds similar on the swell? See how see how how it sounds pretty much the same, but if we were to turn it off, but let's just keep that on because why not? What does voicing the swell do? Yeah, I don't know. But this is the settings I have it on for the great. The swell is a little bit more complicated. It kind of gives it like more of a, what kind of tone do you call it? Like a high-pitched tone. I have it on, or at least this is why I have it on, for you guys watching, you might have it on something different. So I have it on viol celeste number 8, flute celeste number 2, 8, octave number 4, which is the same octave for the great. Nassard number 2, 2/3, which also gives a clarinet sound. French horn or pellicole, number 2. A fortune, number 4. Waldhorn, number 16. Tromba, number 8, and tremulet. And then midi on swell. And then as for the great, for that I have Biapasin, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the same thing on here, although that's on number 16. And then we have on Borden number 16, octave number 8, which it's an eighth of an octave between the great and the swell. We have GT flute number 8, which is different between. We have a celeste. We have a flute celeste on the great and on the swell. We just have a regular flute number 8, which is a GT. Then we have a mixture number 3, which is different compared to the mixture. We have a mixture number 4 on the great. Then I have it on French trumpet number 8, or GT French trumpet. On here we just have French trumpet number 8, which we also have a French trumpet, but I think the GT on the pedals is a little different. Then we have the great to pedal. That's like. See how it's. And then MIDI on pedal. To close this off on how the demonstration on the what was I gonna do? Close this. Forget what I was gonna do. Close this off.
Hey Joe, it's time to head out now.
Alright.
Yeah, because everybody's gone, so we gotta close up.
Oh.